Rarely has Westminster politics felt like such a confection of fantasy. Prime Minister's questions today, we might have hoped for a forensic and detailed exchange on poverty in Britain after yesterday's shocking report. Fat chance. What we got was a meaningless exchange of third-rate insults, which lazy journalists call a grilling, and is apparently a warm-up for the election campaign. Oh, lucky us. Keir Starmer is, it seems, a human weather vane who doesn't stand for anything except abolishing the monarchy, while Rishi Sunak doesn't understand Britain, and his own MPs see him as an obstacle to recovery. Sunak says Starmer has no plan. Starmer says Sunak is a farce. It was all a tiny notch above, "You've got a smelly bottom. No, your bottom is smellier than my bottom." But only just. No detailed probing, not a single useful answer. It wasn't even funny. Meanwhile, a former cabinet minister has gone public, calling for Sunak to be ousted to prevent a complete Tory collapse in the election, warning fellow MPs that extinction is a very real possibility. But Simon Clarke found nobody backing him this morning, and an almost obscene barrage of threats from other Tory MPs on social media. He wasn't entirely wrong about the depths of Tory troubles, but if there isn't a candidate, there isn't the ghost of a prayer of a chance of replacing the Prime Minister, and if there isn't a chance, is there really a plot? But I do think this: any collapse of authority is inherently unpredictable, and you can see big chunks of the once conservative media defecting from Sunak's Downing Street. Plus today, there was a genuine reality check, a large bucket of ice-cold water thrown at the political class by a man you probably haven't even heard of, Richard Hughes, chairman of the Office of Budget Responsibility. Because the government have failed to publish detailed spending plans after April next year, he said, beyond then, we, the public, know virtually nothing. It's just two numbers, one for total current spending and one for total capital spending. I think some people, he said, have referred to that as a work of fiction. I think that's probably generous, given that someone has bothered to write down a work of fiction, whereas the government hasn't even bothered to write down what its spending plans are, underpinning the plans for public services. We're heading, in other words, into a huge black hole.